Awesome.
Okay. And this woman is the real deal. I mean, she is a serious educator. And I would suggest we all, come together and listen to what she has to say about child engagement
Mm-hmm.
and classroom dynamics in the group class setting and stuff. And um, I had a critique. I want to shout out to 51 Talk that this critique was extremely positive. It was not punitive in any way, shape, or form. They came in and listened to my group class, and they made a couple of suggestions. And it's humbling to watch yourself when they send you the tape because you think you're like really good all the time, right?
Ah.
Well, I'm here to tell you I'm not. And I'm continually reminded that I need to be more dynamic with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I will continue to strive for that. But I took all their comments to heart, and I'm here to try to learn and be better, because you know we're basically all starting over, trying to build up a new clientele. Get kids to find us again and like us.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna probably see a lot of new kids, a lot of new faces, and it's up to us as teachers to be the best we can. So they'll come to us, right? So let me introduce Mary. Mary's got a very
Hi,
I don't know,
everybody.
a
Woo.
Hi,
very
Mary.
Hey, my fellow
I tried
colleagues.
I tried to do what you told us to do, and I could not get my video to dock. But you see, in this, when we do this classroom, we're going to do a classroom where Mary's going to be the teacher, and four of you guys can log in to the class, and you can actually see this happen firsthand, and maybe get some. But I need to find the passwords. I gave them to Mary Dyer.
While you're finding the password, could someone tell me how to turn my video on so that you guys can see me?
Well, down at the bottom of the screen, if you take your cursor down all the way to the bottom of the screen, your pop-up menu will have a video on the left-hand side.
There's no.
It'll say start video, take the X off.
Just
All right,
Right,
thank
yeah.
you.
cheese, and if it's too dry, but like just just a little. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, Heather, we can hear you. It's okay, Heather. We've all done it.
Okay, now where do I see it? Okay, I don't know how to do this. You're not waiting for me, are you?
I
Mary,
is.
you talk. That's what you do best. Okay?
Okay, I am a speaker, so yes. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Mary.
Hi,
Hi.
Mary.
Hi. I actually have trained some people personally one-on-one because they realized that, that it could be done. So people have been asking me to do this. So I actually said, well, gosh, why don't I just do everybody at one time? And so Jen and Darcy was like, Mary, why don't you just come and just do it at the town hall meeting, and that way we can just affect the masses instead of just doing, all of this one-on-one stuff. So I thought it was a grand idea, and it's something that has served me well in the especially the group settings, and the kids just love it. I know that's been an issue where we couldn't share videos. I think except if you had Manicam, but you can actually share your videos, fellow teachers, without Manicam, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I'm looking forward to the feedback. Once we finish the class, hopefully it's being recorded, and then that way we can also put the recording out there for those who wasn't able to make it tonight. I know some people work or have classes or whatever, and but this has revolutionized my group settings tremendously. Because when I first got here, I couldn't do it either, and I just started playing around. I'm really tech savvy. And so I figured this out. So I'm just excited to be able to share this with you all because I believe that we're all in this together. I don't believe in that I'm competing and you're competing. I just believe that we're all in this together. And whatever you know, I would like to know. And whatever I know, I'm just willing to share it with you all. And that's how I see it. You know what I mean? It's a win-win for all of us. Yay!
Sure is.
Okay, now I can just hear your mother calling you, Mary Elizabeth. Mary
I'm
Elizabeth.
ready. I'm ready.
Now I sent you the passwords on your messenger because we can't do it in this chat. In this, there's no way to send a picture in this thing
Okay, cool.
in
I'm gonna
Zoom.
go to-
So look
go
on
to
your
message.
chat,
Oh,
and
let me close this other stuff. Sorry, guys.
maybe you can pull them up on your screen,
Close.
and then everybody can write down a password and pick a password.
Okay,
Okay.
close, and just close all that.
So actually, we're going into AC.
You will go into AC, right?
Okay.
We have a pretty good turnout.
Yes, we do.
Hi, James.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm going to bite the bullet today. I'm going to go over to HP and get them to sign off on that 850 Samsung.
Cool.
And I'm going to be in the pink.
Doing something funky. Close. Not taking that down. Oh, it did finally. Okay, great. And let me go to the messenger. Bringing that back up again.
The pressure's on, Mary.
I
Get
know.
with it.
Yes. Why is it bringing this thing back up here?
I don't know.
I'm closing that. Close.
What's this women's tea? Village Baptist Church.
It's something else that I'm doing on the weekend, but I'm not really sure why it's showing up here.
You have to save it, or
either have to
otherwise
save
you have
or-
to save it to something, whether it be your desktop or something, to get rid of it, to close it out.
Let's see here. But it's not allowing me to do anything with
Baltimore.
it. It's just sitting there. Oh, here we go. It's just taking a long time. Save. All right, there we go. It's gone. Just took a long time. All right, cool. So I am with my messenger. Now, what do you want me to go to get whatever we're doing now?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger.
Oh, you want me to go? Oh, I need to sign back on. I got out of that. Okay, so you want me to sign back on? Okay, cool.
Wow. Now, I'd just like to encourage everybody to have like lots of monitor space so you can keep all this stuff open during your lessons.
Yeah, you're going to need that.
I don't understand how you guys... Hey, James, turn your mic on. We want to hear you sing. Come on. Rock on. I've been told when a boy gets a girl, take a trip around the world. Come on, James. Don't be so shy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You can't hear me?
Okay. Hurry. There we go.
There it is. Okay. Now, the yellow ones are the students. So write these numbers down. They're 1, 2, 3, 20, 17, 7, 15 through 18.
I'll take 15.
7, 1, 8.
I'll do 18. I'll do 16.
A-C-C-O-U-N.
And do we have one other taker? There's 4 of them there. So you guys can go and do this 4 at a time. Now, it would be nice if Mary could like broadcast what she's doing over Zoom as well as, is there a way to do that, James?
Yes, ask James.
I don't know unless she were to split her screen and, you know, share
There we
her
go.
screen and then put on her screen whatever it is she wants the audience to see.
Could she could share her screen and broadcast video through AC, right?
I would think so, sure.
Okay, why don't you try that?
I don't think that screen sharing should have any
Bearing on the video.
bearing on sharing the video through AC.
Okay. Cool.
Can try it.
You want to explain that to her now?
Yeah. You should see my face, Darcy. Like,
I can see your face.
Well, right now you're sharing your screen, okay? So we're seeing everything you're doing.
And your
Okay,
and
okay.
your picture and your videos. But you're going to close your video on Zoom, okay? And you're going to open up AC with your video on AC. So we're
okay,
going to
wait a minute. Do you want me to just do this as you instructing me?
Why
Do you
don't
want me
you?
to-
Why don't we try that?
Why don't
Yeah.
we do
Yeah,
that?
I'm not sure if she's going to be able to. She could do that if she had 2
So would
cameras.
it be like when we were taking classes and we had to video ourselves using Zoom inside of the AC classrooms? Remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
Is
maybe
that what we're trying to do?
I blocked all that.
Well, why would we not have Mary just run through the process, sharing her screen and showing what
Okay.
it is?
All right.
I mean, I would at least start probably with that
Okay.
as a baseline.
Okay, so go through your spiel on share
Okay.
screen without
Sure.
using AC yet.
Okay, guys. All right. So basically, let me just start with whatever browser. So why don't you pull up whatever browser that you want to use, whether it's, you know, Explorer or whatever. Yeah, pull up whatever browser. You want to pull that up. And you see how I have my browser up here? You want to do the same thing. So just get into some type of browser.
I don't see how I can.
You need another screen. You need another monitor, Karen.
A whole nother monitor? I
Yeah.
can't. Well, I don't have another monitor.
Well, run out and buy one.
Not
They're cheap.
tonight.
Not tonight.
tonight.
No, not tonight.
And so the objective here is to demonstrate how you are sharing videos not using many cameras, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Can you do that without having multiple monitors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I don't have multiple monitors.
All you
either,
need is
so
just one monitor. That's all
Okay.
you need. Mhm.
I just want to know the steps because once I see it once, I probably can do it. I just
Yep.
don't know the steps.
So should I? Are we ready now? Can I go forward?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody, you have your browser, right? So you see my browser up here. Now, let me just start off by saying these are some of my favorite songs that I share with my classes. Let's see if I can move. Here we go. Like, this is one of my songs. So I dock my songs. These are the ones that I have pinned. You don't have to pin yours. You can actually just have a folder over here and do it that way, which is, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of stuff out there, which I need to kind of organize a little bit more. But these are basically the main 5 songs that I pretty much kind of use on a daily basis. And I dock them because just easy access. So once you do that, your second step is to automatically hit the, let me go back to me. You see the 2 little boxes to your right? You want to hit that so that it will kind of make it smaller.
Minimize. minimize your screen?
You don't want to minimize it. You want to hit that box instead of
Mhm.
minimizing to make it smaller. Just come in just a little bit.
Right.
So you hit
That
that
is
little box.
minimizing as opposed to closing your screen.
Closing, right.
Right, you
That's,
don't wanna-
that's minimize. You don't want to hit the dash. The dash will actually drop your screen off.
Yeah,
and
you
the
don't wanna
little
do that.
square box will minimize it smaller.
So that's all you want. You just want to minimize it a little bit. So at that point here, you just got to get a little bit, you got to get a little strategic and just kind of play around with it. See what I'm doing here? Can
And
y'all,
you
everybody
have to,
see
you
that?
have to minimize it to be able to scale this window, like
That's
you're
right.
attempting
That's
to do.
right.
Right.
So you want to kind of get it, like just kind of mess around with it a little bit, just dock it right there for a moment. Then what you do is you go down here and you open up AC, which I have already done. So you can go find your classroom and get in it, and let me know when everybody's inside of a classroom.
Oh, you can do this. Now, why don't you try this, Mary?
Sure.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We can still see you. It works.
So everybody ready for the next step? So you, at that point, you're in AC. So you want that little box again. You're going to minimize, as Jackie said, you're going to minimize AC just a little bit. So you're going to hit those two little boxes again, and it kind of drops down to one box. And then you want to drag it. So you want to take this box, like what you see me doing here, and you want to kind of pull it over just a little bit, just a little tiny bit, like that. A little bit, just kind of mess around with it. I'm just kind of messing around so you can kind of get a feel for it. And you do like this, and then you go, you just kind of keep messing. Okay, how far? Let's go a little bit over here. Then I'm gonna go back and pick up my browser. I'm gonna pick my browser back up. And here we are. So she's sitting, I'm gonna call her she because I'm a she. She's sitting right here in front, and I'm gonna go do this again like this, and then you want to come back, and you have to kind of play around with it a little bit till you can get really good at it. I'm coming back to this again, and so, but you have to have it cat a corner so you can touch down on it like this. So you want to have a little bit of it laying on the side so you can grab it. Okay, so I just kind of do like this, and I come back over here a little bit, grab it a little bit more. So my students, and then I come back on this side again, hit that button, and I pull it right over. Now, if you hit this, it's going to go behind the scene, so behind AC. So I usually, once I get it docked here, I don't hit it, because if I do, it's going to go behind AC. But if you do, you just go back down here and pick it up again. So the best thing to do when you're first learning is just go right here. So you can have it right here, and you can come back and hit right here. You can go right there, you can hit right here. You can go right there, you can hit right here. And then,
can you right click and is there a bring to front option?
No. Nope. No bring to front or anything. I know exactly what you're talking about. None of that. No bring backwards, forward, or any of that. So that's why you got to have, let me move this over a little bit. That's why you got to have it kind of cat a corner, like somewhere along here when you first start out till you get really good at it. Because you want to be able to just be able to touch down on it again and again and again, like that. So once you get really good at this, guys, you can pull it all the way over like this. And let's just say this is the song that I want to play. This is one of my favorites. The kids love. The little boys love this one. Let's see if I can move this up some. I'm gonna
So
skip
I
the ad.
understand this. There's a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot on AC that you can place this frame into, which allows the kids to see it. And if it's not in that sweet spot, they can't see it. Is that correct?
Really?
Yeah, you put it right here where the lesson would be. You know, your lesson's right here.
Right.
You just put it right there. Put it right there where that lesson is. And you come down here and you hit this button. And the kids can see this.
What button did you drag?
They sit right here and they watch it.
And how big is it to them?
What button?
What button?
You know what? I don't really know how large it is, but no, to be honest with you, nobody's ever complained about it. The kids said they can see it. They can see it. So let's just go.
Well,
Is there?
Manning,
But you said there was a
Manningham
button
only
you have
allowed-
to press.
I think she's just pressing the play button.
She's just pressing the
Play
play
and
button.
pause.
okay.
Oh
Play
yeah,
and
I'm just
pause.
pressing the play button. Yeah,
They
that's
see
it.
that, and they see that instead of seeing you, it takes the place of your picture, right?
No, they can still see me. They're over here by they're on top of the lesson. This is on top of the lesson
On
right
top
here.
of the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see how that
So
went
that's
away?
better than Manycam because your thing is playing in your box.
It plays inside your earphone and your headset. So you see how that went away? So don't be afraid, like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? What happened? Don't worry. It's sitting right here. Just go right
So-
back down here at the bottom and you
I
see
think
it
it's
pop
the-
up and you just click right back on it and then you go right back to it and you just keep playing.
And the
So there-
kids are able to hear the audio?
Oh yeah, they can hear the audio and everything.
So they're listening to the audio, but they see you.
They don't see me, they looking at the screen. They can actually see the video that I'm playing.
This is
They can still see
overlaying.
me. We can all see each other. We can
Yeah,
all
this
see
is-
each other.
This is overlaying the lesson area.
Overlaying the lesson
Yes.
area. Yeah.
That's because she's covering the sweet spot of the lesson. It has to be
Right.
over the lesson, otherwise they won't see it. If
Right.
it's partially partial, then they'll see the lesson because the lesson's taken primary. But if she puts it over the lesson, it becomes primary, and that's what the kids see.
And that's what the kids see.
So I guess
And
nobody
here.
knew that AC had this, I'll call it a feature of a sweet spot where you could actually overlay something over the lesson.
Wow.
Here we go.
Thank you, Mary.
Very cool. See, they,
Mary, how did you figure this out? How did you figure this out?
Duh.
Duh.
Computer savvy.
No, really, James, for real. I do a lot of before I started working for 51 Talk, I did and still do a little bit, but I did a lot of presentations and a lot of website building and all this kind of stuff. So you have to be tech savvy. And I'm self-taught. I taught myself all this stuff. So when I was at some of the presentations, I had to learn how to think on my feet quickly when you're doing a presentation. Because if something's not working, you got to figure something else out. And so this is so when I came here, I wasn't able to do the videos. I was like, you know what? And then came and I said, okay, let me just try it. And so one day I was in my classroom and I said, hey kids, can you see that? Yes, we can see teacher. We can see teacher. So I was like, okay.
So
you-
Mary,
can I
Mary,
ask-
Mary, can you give a step-by-step, like actually naming things for us that can't see where you was doing?
Well-
Because you were saying move this, move that.
Sure.
And
Okay.
because I'm not on it where I can see it,
I think
like you
listen,
said, I needed my own monitor.
I'd
You
like
have
to
a
make-
good
I'd like
platform.
to make a suggestion, Mary. Instead of using this AC that you have in the background, could you open up the AC that we have the passwords for, and then 3 people can
I don't
log on?
see why not. I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Everybody should be able to see it.
We
Yeah,
should
let's
all
do
be able
that.
to see it.
Okay, so
I got-
let me
ask
do this now.
does it only
Go ahead. Before I do
does it
that, go
only
ahead.
work with group lessons? Because I feel
Oh
like
no, this is one-on-ones. Yes.
Oh.
I show tons of videos for my one-on-ones. Like some of my classes, the lessons, as y'all know, the lessons are kind of short now. I just do the lesson in 10 minutes and then I just show videos and talk about some of the videos the rest of the class for one-on-ones.
and what exactly do they just see the video part, or do they see that you're on YouTube and they see your?
Yeah, they
all
see
of-
all of this. Now,
Okay.
now you can clean this up a bit, but my kids
Yeah.
are used to it by now, but they see all of this, but they're really only focusing on this video.
Right.
That's all they care about. It's just the
Okay.
video.
Mary, if
Yes?
you were to click the enlarge box so that it took the full screen, would they see that? Would it clean it up a little?
You talking
This-
about
It's full
Down
screen.
in the lower-
The full
right
screen,
corner.
yeah.
this
it
right
will
here?
screen.
Talking
No,
about
no,
this?
no, just for the
in
video.
On the video,
In the video.
the
the
full
Oh,
screen.
you talking about down here?
Yes.
but
Not that
That is
one.
covered.
over
Next.
one.
That
Yeah.
one.
One?
Yeah.
It's too big.
I
Oh,
have not tried this yet. I don't see
There,
why
and
not.
then they
Try
wouldn't
it.
see all the rest of it, maybe?
I have not tried it, but I don't see why not. It's not going to hurt you to try it. I would
it may
try
be
it.
too
Okay.
big.
So
Um,
log into your AC and let's try it.
Okay, let's try it. So let me.
And then
Yeah.
3 of you guys log into the classroom, okay?
Okay, sure, we can do that.
So in order for me to go into the classroom, I would have to leave out of Zoom.
Yeah, me too. So I can't do it.
Well, the idea is
There we
though
go.
to get the experience of being
So let
in
me get out of this.
I want to see the operator view. I want to see Mary's view. I don't care about being in the class.
Okay. Did someone take 18?
I want to know what the
I'm going
operator
as a student on 18.
Oh, so you want to see it from the
I have
teacher's
18, but I'm
perspective
not
too.
using
I
it,
get that.
so
Yeah,
go for
that makes
it.
sense to me. You want to see it from the teacher's perspective as well, correct? Right, James?
No, I want to see it from your perspective. Because I'm operating it. So I don't really care to see it from the kid's perspective. So
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Well,
okay, gotcha.
it would be kind of handy to know what they see though.
Yeah, well, I use Manycam. So I'm
Okay.
interested to see this, but I use Manycam.
Okay, gotcha. I understand. Yeah, all right. Okay, so are we doing this now? Are we gonna switch
We
out
are
or
doing
whatever?
this now.
Okay, so let me get out of all right, so here we want to go to menu, exit. Here. Sorry guys, I guess I could have just did switch.
So you have to log on. You have to log on as Greta Archer,
Okay, gotcha.
okay, with that password.
No problem.
Okay. So your new name, Mary Elizabeth, is Greta Archer.
Well, as soon as
I can just hear your mom, Mary Elizabeth.
And that's where pretty much the way it was. Oh, here we go. All right, so now let's go to switch user. Can I do switch user, guys? Oh, here it is. I was like, where it is? There it is. Yes, and switch user.
So which classroom are you in?
So here we're gonna take this out.
Well, that's a good question. Isaac?
Oh, guess what? Look at this. I can't do
Isaac?
the switch user anymore.
D-A-V-I.
Oh,
Are
here
you
we
there,
go. I
Isaac?
can delete that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Isaac?
G-R-E-A.
Are you there, Isaac?
Yes.
H.
The question is, which lesson will it be
Which
apparent?
classroom?
I think the
Yeah.
teacher
Because
chooses which one, right?
51TA.
Well, does everybody log on under Greta? No, the teacher account and password, but the
Great
kids.
teacher, great
I believe the
teacher.
teacher logs in first and chooses a classroom. Then the students can choose.
Oh, okay. You log on,
And then
teachers
password
or
is
students. You
51.
log on with this account number and the password. Okay, log into AC using student
Yeah.
account number and password, and it should take you to the class.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So,
when you go there are several classes.
so it has to be the
So-
same class the teacher enters.
So the teacher needs
Oh,
to tell
any
us
of them?
which one she's
Okay.
in.
All
Okay,
right,
so
Mary,
let's
you tell
see.
us which one you're going to go into.
Okay, I just signed in, so.
Well, this is working great so far.
Cool. Do you want to go to
Going to Wonderful
Oh.
Shapes.
maybe
So
the
should I
top
just
one?
go in the first one?
Just
I
No,
mean,
going to Wonderful Shapes
one.
because the
Yeah,
first
the
one
top.
looks like a template.
I offer these virtual ice cream.
Oh, wonderful shape. Okay, here we go. In wonderful
And
shape
kids-
class, this is when we're going. Wonderful shape.
Mhm.
Enter.
Hey, James, is that dog going to bite?
Yes, this is how I tell my students to behave. Or I'm going to sit
Ah,
them down.
Look at him.
Yes.
Oh, this is great. Look at this.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Go, Karen. Go,
So
Karen.
So I guess I didn't need 2 monitors.
Yes.
Or two
Figured it out.
That's
Very
neat.
good. Very good. Cool, cool, cool. And so we're just waiting for a couple more people, right?
Your
Or is-
alter ego is Gary now, Karen.
I don't. Yeah, I don't see Mary. I know you're there because I can see your.
But it's not showing. How come it's
That
not
does-
showing my picture?
That doesn't matter. We don't need your picture, dear. Yeah. We see you.
Okay, but I can
Okay.
see. I can see you though, Karen. I can see you.
Can you
I can.
turn your camera on?
Teacher?
Oh, and here's
right.
somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi. So we're waiting for 2 more people, correct? 2 more people.
I just had to try to see which classroom it was because you can't tell which classroom.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
was
That
it?
one.
It's the second one down with Teacher O'Connor.
Yeah, it says wonderful shapes.
Oh, Wonderful Shapes. Whoever else is trying to sign in. Oh, Wonderful Shapes.
Yeah.
Wonderful
part-
Shapes. Wonderful
Yeah, that
Shapes.
part's in English. That's in English. Wonderful shapes. Number 2.
Wonderful Shapes, guys. Are we waiting for 2 more people? Right, Darcy?
I don't know. I think you should
No,
just start loading.
No, he didn't. He said. No.
Mary,
this is-
I'm in. Mary, I'm in, but for some reason it's not showing my video.
Oh, so you
That's
are
three
in.
people
Okay, so
Yeah,
Jackie's
that's
here.
me speaking. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
there. It's just not showing my video. I don't know why.
And the
Okay.
4th student is absent, right? So this works in group.
So just 3 people. Okay, great. All right, guys. So let me go down here to this. And can you see this, class? Can you see this?
I don't see anything.
No.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Look, well, maybe it doesn't work for this. Maybe it doesn't work for this. Oh, my God.
Wait, I think there's one more thing to consider. If her video is not working, there might be some other issues. Can you click on that red thing at the top next to those 3 green bars,
Oh,
Mary?
yeah.
It says stop share. No.
No, the monitor up at top.
Yeah,
It's red.
inside
Red
AC.
monitor
Sorry.
at the top.
This
You're
one.
not, yeah, you're not.
Yeah,
Can you? So
can't find your camera.
that might be the reason why. Let's try that.
Okay, click on
Start
advance.
detection.
Yeah, advanced camera.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
advance. All right.
Detect your camera. No, camera. Camera, not speakers. Camera.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Camera, not microphone.
Okay.
Camera.
What? My bad, my bad, my bad.
It's the last
Keep
one.
going. Keep going to the right. Camera. There you go.
There you go.
Try.
Okay.
Detect.
Yeah.
No, down here at the bottom. Detect. Detect. Device detection.
Hold on.
Okay, take a deep breath, Darcy. It's gonna be okay.
This one, device detection. Okay, okay.
I have
okay.
no patience with people that.
Press no.
Yeah.
I'm
See what happens.
I'm a terrible
Yes,
computer.
Yes, say
teacher.
no, no, no. Is that right? Isaac?
Yes.
Integrated camera. It's not picking it up.
No.
Say yes.
Well, no, the problem is
there. Hold on.
it's in use
Because-
with the Zoom.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
problem.
that's what it is.
Right,
Ah,
right, right.
yes, it makes sense
Well,
now.
These other ladies have it working on both. It says normal. It says normal. Device is normal. Go back. It might show. It might
What's
show.
that sound?
But look, it's got the cross. It's got
Sound
the,
like a bad instrument.
look, guys. If you look at it, it's got it cross
Okay.
through.
So
All right.
Mary, I've stopped your video from Zoom. Can you try it
Thank
again?
What you want me
Device
to do?
detection.
Yeah.
Oh, device detection. Okay, all right.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
No,
Can you
it's
try it one
It's
more
still
time?
red.
Then press no.
Because it's
Okay.
black, it doesn't necessarily mean it's not working. Go, try it. Close this. Close this.
Okay, I will close this.
Because your camera was connected to Zoom, you have to close AC and reopen it
Oh wow.
before it redetect the camera. I've had the same problem when I
Oh,
first used
okay.
Handycam.
Just re-enter classroom.
Okay.
Yeah, try
I'll
that.
do
No,
that.
no,
I'll
don't.
do-
Just re-enter classroom. Find the other page and
Oh, you
re-enter
can hear me
classroom.
now? Okay. So she said she can hear me now, guys.
But
Okay,
we
so
still
she
can't see you.
Can you
She said,
click on the red part one more time?
sure.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah, then go to settings. Perfect.
Settings.
Then go to start detection. Let's try this.
Start detection. Okay.
So this is the classic class in what happens when your demo fails.
Right.
Right.
I hate this.
Coming
Go-
from tech
It's
myself.
called collective learning.
Go to it. We don't have this much time to reload in class.
Yeah,
We
it's
would
true.
be fired and subbed by the time this.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are
What's
you?
up?
It's saying it cannot hear me.
Why don't you go to advanced? It's the same thing. It just doesn't have this girl.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody,
Yeah.
No, I hear
Let me
Mary.
just-
I can hear her.
hello. Hello. Hello.
I can hear
Hello.
the person who's saying hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I cannot hear you.
Hello. How are you?
Let's
Oh,
extra
it's
talk.
hilarious.
Try advanced.
Hello. How are you?
There you go.
Odd.
Perfect. And bye.
Y'all is hilarious. Okay, so go back to settings again, right? Everybody,
Then
go
advanced.
to advanced,
Let's try the camera one more time.
and then
It's normal.
device
It's
detection,
normal.
camera.
Do you have an external and an internal camera? Because I had 3, and I would have to use one for each program I was running.
Can you try device detection one more time? And then press no and see what it says. Device
Yeah,
detection.
it's not.
No, I'm not muted. Karen is Gary, and
Oh.
I'm not muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone asked, was I muted?
Let's try
I'm
this.
not.
Let's see if Mary can exit the classroom, then rejoin, and
Okay.
everyone else should stay in there already.
Okay, all right.
That might work.
Let's find those shapes. Yeah.
Wonderful shapes.
Yeah, top
It's
one.
the one at the top.
Oh, this is the one at the top. Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Mary.
video work. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, is this it?
No.
No,
the
that's a
video
different
works.
class.
That's good.
I see you. I can see you.
But that's not
That's
the right.
the
Is this the
template.
right
No,
one?
don't
the
close
first
it.
one.
Yeah, close
it's-
it and go to
it's
the
the
first
wrong-
class.
It's the wrong class.
Oh, well, maybe the other one should come over to this one.
No.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me go back. Okay.
Perfect.
we can do that.
No, this looks good.
You want us to come where you're visible?
Awesome.
No,
Yeah.
Yay!
Wow, Zoom. Champion.
Great
right,
minds
Isaac.
think alike. Great minds think
Great.
alike. Great
Great,
minds think
great.
alike. Okay, wonderful. Great minds think alike. Okay, here we go.
Amazing.
Marvelous.
Look how stable AC is.
All right, so we're gonna go back to here. Hopefully, I'm hoping you guys can see this. Holler.
Well, we
We
can
can.
see it, but
You can? Can you see it?
In
Can you
Zoom,
see it?
Can your students see it though in your
That's what I'm
classroom?
asking students. Can you
No,
all see this?
no.
You did?
I did not see it at all.
I don't think they can see it until you hit play. Isn't that what you told us before?
No, they should still be able to see this part right here. They should be able to see it just sitting here. Yeah.
We should see her loading.
Let me go back to a. They still should be able to see this just sitting here. They should be able to see this just sitting here.
But you know what? Do you have that that circle with the line through it on your cursor? That means it's not active. This
What?
page.
maybe R&D moved the sweet spot.
No,
maybe your students are
page
lying
is
to you.
not active. The page.
Maybe
is not
she should
active.
move it over some more.
No, I mean, if you put it anywhere in, if you put it anywhere here, guys,
It
you
should be
can
able.
see.
Okay.
You should see it. It doesn't have to be right there. It doesn't have to be right there. You can actually see it. But I do have
See,
a question though.
the student page is not active. You know how sometimes they have those gray borders around it, and you'll.
It says student is
So
active.
try a different slide, maybe.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
A different slide.
Okay.
That yes.
Let's try that, Mary.
Do what?
Go to the next
Go
page.
to the next page.
Oh, go to the next page. Okay.
Do you know what the available number is? I want to log on.
Right. So see if it works.
Is any?
No.
Have you guys taken?
No.
18?
Can you hear that?
No.
I think 16 and 17 are available.
No.
Okay.
No?
No, I'm on 16.
Oh, I didn't see you. Sorry. So 17 is available.
17 is available. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
It's something whereas it's different than the actual classroom that we normally do.
Which classroom do you do?
You know what I mean? It's something different about here versus when I'm actually in one of my classrooms.
So that's definitely possible. This is just a test kind of environment with these.
You know what this is? You know what I just thought
Yeah.
about? So this is a test, right?
Yeah, we're not.
This is
the
a
real
test.
kids.
So I think there's something different in here versus the actual class, because when you're in the actual classroom, whether it's one-on-one or GC, they can actually see this. But that makes, as a technically savvy person, this makes sense to me. There's something in here for test that's not over there. And that's why you guys can't see.
Teacher!
Oh, no.
Teacher!
Hi. Oh my God, we're in big trouble.
So one more quick thing, just about like what Mary said, that's totally possible. This is just a test environment. So I think what we can see is we've seen everything Mary's done. Thanks, Darcy. Thanks. We've seen everything Mary's done up until this point of moving this page behind here. So we can try it in actual classes to see if it works there.
Yeah, and then you know what, guys? I'm gonna post a I'll post something like I did last time, and then yeah, I can do that. And then in the comment section, give me some feedback. Say, hey, Mary, I tried it. It worked. I'm great. I'm good. So forth and so on. So I can let me know. I mean, if we need to do another one, we can do another one. It's not a problem. Okay.
Yeah, so if you can give a step-by-step, because I didn't really get the steps. I just heard you.
I got you.
And I use Minicam. I'd like to learn how to do the sound work on that. But I'm going to stick with that one.
Oh, okay. Who said that? Hi, hi, Janair. How are you? Very good. Very good. You said you couldn't do it again? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me think about that, and we can talk. We can chat, okay? No, I mean, you know what? Long as you have it like you see how this is here. Long as you have it like right here, they can see this. You know what I mean? I've done tons of them. They should be like right there. They can see it. Okay. Okay, no problem. So we're gonna get out of this anyway, right? Everybody's going out because they can't see it anyway in the classroom. Okay, bye-bye. So, like I said, as long as you put this right there inside of the classroom, the children can see it. I mean, I play videos every day and they're able to see it. But you have to maneuver it, and you can actually close it in and make it smaller if you want to. You can do that, but they can actually see this. And I've tried this in both browser, Explorer and the other one, both browsers. I forgot the other name of the browser.
Chrome,
anyway.
Safari.
Chrome, Safari. I've done both of those, and they can actually still see it.
Oh, maybe I'll try doing like a different browser then. Maybe that'll work.
Mm-hmm. Just any one of the browsers will work. At least for me, it's worked. And I have an old Dell computer, so yeah.
One more quick question, Mary. With this part, is it at the end of the lesson? Like, which slide do you normally show videos on?
Listen, you know what? Can I be honest with you? Depending on what lesson, depending on what class it is, I really improvise. I really kind of modify my technique quite a bit. It just
Okay.
depends on the class. But in the beginning, I always play. Most of the time, a lot of times, where is it? Let's see here. I'll do like if it's a brand new class, I do Hello, our song Hello.
Hmm.
If it's a brand new class, I'll do Hello. But once I have gotten through that class, I don't do it anymore. If it's an all girls group, I do the Ponytail one, which
Get
is
some
right here. You can see
Ponytail.
that one.
Get it.
I give it to the
Yeah.
girls. They love it, man. You should see them, guys. You know what they do when that comes on? They go, oh, they start doing their hair and they tie it up in a ponytail and they'll go, it's hilarious. And they'll put two ponytails and they'll be doing it. It's just fabulous to see. So, and then here I posted these on Facebook already. This one here is the Hello song, and then this one is my celebration song. Let me see if this is the one that's coming up. I actually kind of found this one by accident. I'll just play a little bit of it for you. I want the world to know how happy it's been. The kids love this.
So when you're playing the videos, do you ask the kids to sing along, or do you sing the
Yes.
song?
I said, come on, kids, sing with me.
Okay.
And even the adults at the end of all of my classes, most of them, majority of them, when I give them their stars, I play this song right here to say, congratulations. And I do my little wands, congratulations, congratulations. And I give them a little happy face. Even the adults like it. You know, even the adults. Now, you can kind of play it by ear with the adults, because if you get somebody who's kind of, you know, firm, they like, they're ready to go, then I just let them go.
Yes.
But most of them, yeah, they do see this.
Cool.
So the host has asked me to start a video. Do I say yes, guys?
Yeah,
Do I say
sorry.
yes?
I removed your video so we could do the AC thing, but if you want, you can turn it back on so we can see you again. We didn't see your star dance, and I feel like we missed out on that.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So let me go back to Zoom. Where are you?
Now, are you playing your sound through
Am I doing what?
system sound? How's the sound getting to the children?
Can you guys see everything now? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, what was the question, Darcy?
How does the sound get to the kids?
I don't really know how it's working, but they can hear it. I'm being honest. I mean, I don't really know, but they can actually hear this.
You don't
Huh?
you have headphones on, so you don't have speakers.
No, I'm using my headphone. But guess what? When I don't use my headphone, I take the headphones off. They can hear it from the laptop as well.
Maybe you have speakers going on separate from your headphones.
Yes, my laptop. If I switch it over to the laptop, they can still hear it.
Okay. I'm
Any other questions? Anybody, any questions?
Well, this kind of goes to Manicam, because there's kind of a I don't know how many people have audio problems with video in Manicam. Okay, I can see you, Heather. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
I can never get videos, the kids to be able to hear videos on Minicam.
Right. I'm working on that. I'm having a problem too, and I would suspect that 90% of you guys have Realtek sound drivers in there, and I can get it to work with this microphone. I can get the sound to go through and for them to hear me. Now you can either get them to hear you, or they can't hear the sound from the Manicam, or they can't hear you talk. Is that correct?
Or they can't see.
When I try, like when I load a YouTube video to play on Minicam, they can see it, but they can't hear it.
Okay. Now, I can help you so they can hear it, but my experience has been if you're running Realtek, you can't get the mic to work, your mic, so it's either or. Okay. Now I can use this mic and turn it on and off real quick, easy. But it's kind of an ongoing thing, and I want to I want to know. I can't see everybody at once, so maybe I can see everybody at once. But I want to try to figure this out collectively, because there's 8 or 10 of us. Maybe we can do this together. Okay?
You want me to take off share screen now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, cool.
Oh, there. Now I can see everybody. Okay, so what I can do is I can get them to. I can play the music through Manicam, but my mic is dead. Okay. This is Realtek mic. If I use this mic, I can get this mic to work and the Manicam to work. But I've been hit and miss getting the Realtek stuff to work and Manicam at the same time. And it's very difficult to find blogs, and Manicam support is not very helpful from what I've heard. So it's, and even the girl on VIP, Kids VIP, that was doing this sound business on Manicam, said the exact same thing. She said it was hit or miss. Now, I've had the Realtek work with Manicam, but the students complain of echo. Has anybody had that before? Anybody had echo?
I don't use Manicams.
Okay.
And
Alright.
I have Manicam on my computer, but every single time I've tried using it, I have trouble with AC, and I just don't know how to
Well,
use it.
part of it is probably a RAM issue. And I don't know if James is still here, but you know, the old saying, you can't be too skinny, too rich, or you can't have too much RAM. Okay.
Right. Hey, part of your problem with your echo is if you're running your computer speakers and your headset at the same time, you end up getting feedback.
I don't use speakers, so.
No, I mean just what's built into your computer. I actually had to go into my computer and disable the computer speakers to not get echo in my headset.
That's what I do.
Yes, you have to actually turn your computer speakers off in the system settings so your sound will only go through your headset, because if you leave them both on, you get echo.
Is that from Manicam? For Manicam?
That's the system in general.
That's a Windows problem.
Yes, it's a Windows problem.
Now,
Yes.
it also can possibly be on the other end, it's the kid, because I've gotten horrible echoes from kids. I mean, we can't solve all their problems from this side.
Right.
When you're in group and you're playing something and one kid complains of an echo and the other 3 don't,
right.
You can probably assume that it's their problem and not
Exactly.
yours.
Yeah.
Huh? But we're expected to solve all their problems. Going, teacher, I have an echo, fix it. You know?
Well, in that case, I mean, what I do is I say, Sally, John, Joe, can you hear me? Yes. Are you having a problem? Can you see me? Yes. Then I just narrow down and say, hey, you know what? Sue, you need to check here because 3, John and John, they're not having a problem. And once I do that, the student usually say, okay, teacher, because if the other 3 are not having a problem, then it's just you, John.
Or tell them to go out and re-enter, try to.
Yeah, and I tell them usually, can you go out and re-enter, please? Yada, 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 you know, and that usually kind of fixes it.
Sometimes the student has their microphones too loud, or they have the same issue where they have their computer mic and their headset on and they're getting bounced, because I end up hearing myself through their headsets.
I do too.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that.
Well, I'm going to continue solving this Manicam. Now, I don't know if it's my imagination, but it seemed like older versions of AC, this worked fine. It seemed like it worked fine a year ago, but now it doesn't. So I'm a little bit puzzled to why. But I'm very tenacious about this stuff, and I'll figure it out. I don't. It's, you know, I'm wiring my house for voice controlled switches, and and I'm having trouble getting 2 multiple switches to to pair with the router. And they did pair, and now they don't pair, and it's driving me nuts. But it keeps my time filled up trying to figure this stuff out. So I'll figure this out, not to worry. Or come up with a patch. Okay. And one patch is get another microphone. Okay, that's a patch. Okay. Now, it's easy to turn the microphone on and off in Manicam. It's real simple. You don't have to leave AC. You don't have to do anything. You just turn it on and off in AC, in Manicam. Okay, and it takes you like 2 seconds. The problem with Manicam or with AC now is that it's so complex to change settings that you run the risk of losing your whole lesson, right? I'm petrified to try to do anything because there's so many variables, and I don't want to crash the whole thing. Now, somebody did talk about crashing. Did Heather? Did you say that? Somebody crashed their computer?
I don't crash it. I just don't think I'm using it right.
Well,
that was Mary. You know who that was, Darcy? That was Mary Dyer, I believe. Remember at the last meeting? I think it crashed her whole computer and she just took it off.
Well, if you're running less than 8 gigabytes of RAM, I don't really recommend you try to run, especially group. I mean, group is you know, I mean, they say an i5, but you know, if you're going to go buy a new computer and you look at i5s, just forget about it. Bite the bullet and buy an i7, okay? Because if you don't need it today, I'll guarantee you're going to need it tomorrow, okay?
Right.
Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put an SSD drive in mine. So, and I just bought, there was a blog, some girl lost power. And I went out and bought UPSs for my modem, my router, and my computers. Now, the building I'm in is real lucky because we have generators. And if the power goes out, it only is off for like a minute, 2. But that's enough. If it all crashes, if it all goes down, it takes forever sometimes for, you know, AC to boot up again. The only time AC is fast is when you don't care. And if you really want it to boot up, it takes, it takes hours. You know, and this screen comes on, and it's not loading your lessons, or the schedule doesn't load. It's just, God, I'm going to be fired. Right? Okay, so I want to continue this tech thing. I think the tech is quite impressive. You know, this is what I look at. Okay, I actually need all this to run. I don't know how you guys can do this on a laptop. I did it on a laptop when I first started, and it drove me crazy. I mean, I had stuff that deep.
I have a laptop and a.
Where is it? Susan?
Yeah, I have a laptop and a second screen on the side that I plug into.
Right. Well, the second screen is the key thing, right? My point is, I did it with just a small, I don't know, 13 or 14-inch screen, and I couldn't find anything. You know, it's like way down there. But this way, I have YouTube open. I have Translator open. I've got Google search open, you know, and I can pretend I know everything.
I take notes on Notepad during class. Like I used to use an actual piece of paper, and I used up too much paper, so now I just use Notepad on the screen.
Right. Yeah. Now there's lots of there's lots of comments about reporting classes to support and stuff, and we were told of a format we're supposed to report before you have the class. And I send I have a prefabricated list for the day. And, you know, I mean, I do what I was told. Now, maybe they don't tell you to do that anymore. But support uses me. I sub both group and regular group class, FT and regular, mainly because I'm there and I show up and they can communicate with me. That's all it takes. I don't think that's, you know, too high of a bar. Okay. Now, I have used a similar product than ManyCam. There's lots of them out there. I found one off of VIP Kid. I can't remember what it was called now. A couple of my students, when their cameras are off, there's a little placard that says something. And I've looked at them, but I, you know, I'm just a creature of habit. I don't want to learn anything new. So.
May I answer a question, Darcy?
Yeah.
Hey, Mary, what is the link to the Hello song? Hey, guys, I posted all of these songs on Facebook, and it's out there, but I will repost them again after the class, okay? I'll repost all of the songs again.
So
and then there's...
where do we see the post? Where will it be?
It's inside Facebook, the official page, as well as the other secret group, if you're a part of that.
I think what I'll do is I'll post an announcement in the like week in review, and I'll include.
Want to do that?
The song.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'll be best.
I'll make sure I get it to Isaac. I'll make sure I get it.
I don't want to be responsible for maintaining this, but there's a thing called Workspace, Facebook Workspace, which is a page that we could make that allows you to park resources on the page, videos, PDFs, whatever, and you can park them there so people can come and pull them down. And I think it would be interesting to see what other people do, because I've made timetables for group class that show you, you know, the minute that you're in it, how many pages there are, where you should be, and it helps me time management, because I'm never late. I always finish right on time.
I love that. That's a perfect segue, like finishing right on time. It's 10:02 now. I have a couple things. Sorry, I have a couple things I need to use Zoom for. But I wanted to thank everyone for coming, and I'll post a link to this recording in a few places, and links to those songs too. Thanks again, Mary, for everything.
Thank you.
And you too, Darcy. Great job, guys. Yeah.
Great idea.
Thanks again, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Bye.